But I think the real question is Gran Turismo actually based on the true story?
And welcome back, Desk Poppers, to the greatest show on earth. I'm joined today with Angel and Daniel.
Yes, sir.
But today we're going to be going over Gran Turismo.
You know what's funny? I was looking up on AMC to look up to buy the ticket and everything.
Yeah.
And the full title on there was Gran Turismo, based on a true story.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Is that the official title of this movie?
Yes.
That's a crazy.
It's a weird title.
Yeah, it is a weird title.
But I think it's just so it's offset from the game.
As always, guys, we're going to be talking about this movie. We're going to be doing a spoiler and non-spoiler free review. So we don't want to hear any complaining.
In the comments below.
In the comments below. Fight. Let them fight. Because
What would you guys grade this movie?
I gave it a solid C.
Wow, I don't like you.
Oh, you're gonna hate me then. I give it a C-.
No, wow.
Yeah. Thank you.
Damn.
Thank you. Well, me and Adolfo are finally in the same page.
I don't know what it is that you guys didn't like. I enjoyed it.
Go ahead. What's your grade?
I think I'm gonna give it an A. It's probably one of my favorite movies of the year.
That's crazy. We'll give our reasoning in the spoilers section.
But
as
you know
to
how
why.
I love to compare.
Go for it.
So, cinema score
Yeah.
gave it an A.
Which is wild to me.
Wild. Oh my God. Trust me. That is over Blue Beetle's B+, bro. Wild.
Wild.
So, Daniel, what's the tomato score for Gran Turismo
All right.
based on the choose?
The tomato meter, 63%. Very low for me. And the audience score, 98%.
98%.
98%. How many reviews?
Over 1,000.
No, 98%.
That's crazy.
Well, even the 68% is crazy.
I agree
Just
with the critics. I agree with
No,
the
I
critics.
don't even agree with the critics. The critics are way too high on this.
63 would be considered a D.
No, not on tomato meter because it's still fresh. Like it still has a little tomato. The way that the critics rank it is either you like it or you don't. So if you like it, it goes on the likes, and if you don't, there's no in
between.
Yeah,
It's just
there's
yes or no.
The audience score there's a between. So you go from 1 through 5, and then that
Okay.
averages out more. For
Yeah.
critics, it's either yes or no. So if it's that means 63% of people said yes.
Yes.
So that's a lot
It's
of
the majority,
yes. Yeah.
technically, yeah.
Yeah.
I see how it is now.
So it's just ranked differently. I don't know why they rank it differently for both, but
Yeah, it kind of throws you off a
Yeah.
little bit.
I don't know. I can talk. I don't want to talk about it right now because it's gonna spoil it. So let's get into the MVPs.
Because I will say the one reason why I did not give it an F, the one reason why I didn't give it a 65 kind of ranking is Adam Driver did not save that movie. David Harbour saved this movie for me.
Yeah.
100%. I know a lot of people are shading on him because he takes a lot of bad projects, and I do think this is a bad project as well. but he's getting his bag, and he made this movie enjoyable.
Yeah.
Who's your MVP?
Somewhat enjoyable. David Harbour. That's an easy choice.
I don't like you guys.
Why? Who's your MVP?
I gotta give it to the guy. This is Archie.
Who's Archie?
He's the main guy.
I know. Okay, who?
No.
Yeah, the kid, right? The
kid.
The kid.
Yeah.
The driver.
I don't know. I want to say he's up and coming. He already has a free project.
You watched it with your sister, right?
I did. I watched it with my sister and.
I don't know. Okay, let's not do that right now because we still have the worst characters to do.
The anti-MVP.
If you will.
Is there really one?
Yes. Oh.
Boy,
let me pull out this list.
I think I'm gonna give it to Orlando Bloom.
Yes, that was my anti-MVP too. Orlando Bloom was so bland, was so generic, bro.
He was just there.
Yes, thank you. Oh my God, I'm glad I'm not the only one, bro. Orlando Bloom really fell off.
Or maybe the girlfriend.
Well, when I saw the cast, and I think we talked about it. When I saw the cast, I was like, oh no, I talked about it with my brother because we were in Universal Studios.
Yeah.
And they were promoting the crap out of this movie there.
Yeah.
Obviously.
We were talking about it. We're like, when was the last time Orlando Bloom was in anything?
I don't know. Orlando Bloom is. I do love Pirates of the Caribbean. I do like all
like 2000s, 20 years ago.
20 years ago. But
yeah, no, I feel like I haven't heard his name in a minute.
Yeah.
In a fat minute.
When I saw him, I was like,
he was my anti-MVP
He kind of
too.
throws you out because he has the long hair.
no, he has long hair usually.
I did not like him in this movie. He was just so bland and generic and
He didn't
cheesy.
no enthusiasm into what he was
No
doing.
enthusiasm.
It was just real monotone, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel like Orlando Bloom phoned it in.
Yeah, when he was giving his little speech about how he wanted to start the project and
Like the
everything.
TED Talk.
Yeah.
The little TED Talk. He was just there. He was
Bro.
like, yeah, you guys, this is
The
what we're
fact
gonna
that
do.
he got the project approved off of that presentation
I'm
I
like,
hope it came out way better in real life.
in real life.
If that was their presentation, that was fucking.
You know what took me
Terrible.
away? Just a real quick little spoiler was the empty. It wasn't empty, but at first when they showed it, it seemed empty. The auditorium.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, who the fuck is he talking to? And then they showed like the couple people in the
That
middle.
couple people,
Yeah, and I'm like, okay.
Which is
That
probably
makes sense.
they could have
Yeah.
done that in like a boardroom.
Yeah.
They probably could have, but this is more,
I don't know. Maybe the Japanese do it like this, but we do have our
yeah, they're
horny on the timeline player award. Archie, right?
Yeah, Archie, 100%.
Or the girl?
No, but that relationship I feel like was just thrown into the movie to
Yes,
give it
thank you.
give
That's-
it a
Extra dimension.
Why
little
did you
extra
give it an
something
A?
because it was just thrown in there.
No.
It didn't match the story. It just he talks to her maybe 3 times in this movie.
Yeah.
Hollywood, this is why you don't need a romantic
Love
slide.
interest.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every
Yeah,
like I'm like, bro, some movies don't need
This
it.
could have gone way perfectly without it. Like his family's barely in the movie, and it was cool.
No, okay, yeah, I do agree. I do. The family. I felt like could have been a more presence in the middle of the story,
I was
Yeah.
kind of hoping we would see a little bit more about the brother.
especially his dad. Well, his dad and brother. I feel
His
like
dad and brother.
the theater experience. We do love to talk about it. I know Daniel had a very special moment.
So yeah, I went with my
Vince is over
family. I
here.
went. We went to the 40X in downtown.
40X.
40X. We have a
Yeah.
40X theater.
What does that even mean? 40X.
It's like
It's the chair moves
chair
and
moves.
they splash
4D.
water.
Yeah.
Okay, 4D. That's all you gotta say.
It didn't work for this movie. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah,
it was,
well,
cool.
obviously-
It was like a cool experience because it moves, but it wasn't.
Were you
meant
excited
this movie.
for it, like going in? Because I feel like for this movie,
I thought there was gonna be like
Like, you're gonna
a
be like,
ton more
"Oh."
racing.
yeah, like when and then I didn't want to spoil it, but and then you caught your chair.
And the
flips.
skirt.
Yeah, no. Well, when it raced, the chair was moving and all that. It was pretty cool. The thing I did find super funny is a lot of people clapped and cheered for this movie. They clapped
Really?
when it started. When he won the race.
So let me go back a little. How full was your theater?
I was pretty full.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty full.
You know what? Mine was full too, but because we went on a Sunday, so we went on National Cinema Day.
That is true.
Yeah, so that really changes it. The theaters were packed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tickets were like $4 or something.
Yeah.
And I think
Okay.
every movie really benefited from because you went on a Thursday.
I went opening night and there was 3 people in my theater, including myself.
You know, I think it's because people were waiting for Sunday.
But it was funny because certain scenes where he would, I don't want to spoil it, but like he would accomplish things.
Yeah.
They would actually like straight up cheer. They were like, yeah, and clap.
They're in the fucking stands. They're like, yeah.
Yeah. Like if they were in the stands, which I thought was super cringy.
Yeah.
I
hate people who
when people clap
clap
at
in
movies.
theaters.
You got
Yeah.
the wildest audience because mine just were like relaxed.
No, mine was straight up like they were like fucking immersed into this movie, which made the experience a little bit better. But I hate.
Maybe that's why
I
you give
hate
it an A because he's like, these people love this movie, bro.
And there was a guy sitting next to me. He was real cool because there
Yeah.
were some random scenes where they would just like throw in some funny shit.
Oh, I thought
And
you
me
were throwing
and-
some-
No. Me and this guy would just fucking die laughing. Like there was no need for this to be or like for it to be at this point in the scene.
Wait. Say that again. I didn't really.
There was a funny part.
Yeah.
Like they would just throw in like in like a serious moment.
Oh, okay.
They would throw in like a little something funny.
Yeah, a little comedic relief.
Yeah,
and
me and
you're
this
like-
guy was just like that didn't need to be there, but it was still
Yeah, like
funny.
Stupid. The box office, right?
Yes.
What are we looking at? What are the numbers right now?
So as of this recording,
2 weeks in.
How much was the
Opening weekend? I think it was like 20, no, or 15. I was 17 million.
what do you call it? How much was the
Opening
budget?
weekend or the budget? Oh.
we'll get all into all that here shortly.
I want to start with the budget, bitch.
With the budget,
Okay, yeah, whatever you want.
so the budget was 60 million for this movie.
That's surprising. That's kind
That's
of
low.
That's low.
60
That's
million
good.
for
That's
this
good
movie.
for this movie because this movie's not gonna make a lot of money.
Well, if you think about it, there's not like a lot of CGI or
Yeah,
it was
there
nothing-
is, bro.
It was nothing crazy.
not like a lot of it.
A lot of it.
bad
I watched a lot of the interviews. They said a lot of the racing scenes were actual.
like
Part-
professional
actual
drivers.
You know,
yeah.
the stunt double for Archie is
Was
that
the actual-
Jan.
actual guy.
was the actual
Yeah,
guy.
they literally said that at the end of the movie.
I was like, I thought I did research and
He thought he was studious. Bro thinks
He
he's
was like, bro, did you know? He's like, yeah.
bro
the-
thinks he did.
Yeah, I sat there.
yeah. I read the same thing you read, my boy.
Okay, so back to the numbers. The budget for this movie was 60 million.
Yeah.
As of this recording, the movie has made 22.1 million domestically, 37 million internationally, for a worldwide total of 59.1 million.
So they broke even.
No, they still gotta make like another 40, 50 million to break even.
Break even, yeah, because 60 is a million for the movie.
Yeah.
This isn't accounting like marketing and
Yeah.
Also, you don't
That's
get
true.
the full amount for ticket prices.
Right.
yes.
If
You
it,
think it would pop off a little bit in like Japan?
I think that's why
yeah.
the international is a little higher than the domestic.
Well, it's always gonna be higher because it's
It's
worldwide.
it's worldwide.
It's international, I mean. But domestic 20, man.
That is really low.
And guys, today's sponsor of the video, as always.
That's Despop. That's us.
I like when you throw it in that way. Mid conversation. Yeah, like, subscribe.
Share this video with your friends. Share it with your Mima. But
So definitely like and subscribe.
To this day.
We need help.
yes,
I want to quit my job.
Bad.
I don't want to be working out in the 100-degree weather. As you can see, I'm my tan is very very off.
And guys, we're in the spoiler zone.
Wait.
If you haven't watched the movie, go watch it. Give them some support. You know, as much as that we didn't like this movie, Daniel really loved it.
I'm gonna say go watch it. 'Cause
Okay.
I really enjoyed it.
So, since we're in the spoiler section now, I want to ask what made you give this movie an A?
What made it your all-time favorite movie of
I
the
didn't say
year?
all-time favorite. I didn't say all-time favorite.
We're just trying to gaslight him.
What made it one of the greatest movies of the year?
One of the greatest movies of the year for me. I don't know why. It's just I really enjoyed it.
Were you a fan of the games growing up, or?
I did play it. It is more a lot like they said, a simulator than like a game. Like
Well, I played a lot of racing games growing up. I don't know about exactly Gran Turismo. I think I played Need for Speed.
Need for Speed. What's the other one? Forza. This Gran Turismo is a lot more simulator because you can mess with almost all the parts on the game, the car.
Like the way he
Like
was
you can
doing in
change
the
the
movie,
brakes, you can
right?
change-
Like
yeah,
it was,
like all that stuff, like everything that popped up, you can do that in the game. So it's a lot more simulator like. But I don't know. I just I enjoyed it because like we play games, and that's all he did. I mean, that's not all I do, but he found a passion for it, and he stuck to it. The racing, I really enjoyed the racing. It's because they threw like the way they threw in the little the lines, you know, from the game.
Yeah.
You know how like you have to follow the line, and
Yeah.
it was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it my way because it's a lot better. Or when they threw in when he's like racing in the simulator and they throw in like the background of the car, like he's in the car.
yeah.
I
I
enjoyed that.
hated that.
I hated that part too.
Really? No,
I thought that was like the worst part. Like it's just I get what they're trying to do is that he's immersed and he's
Yeah,
like
he's
in the zone, you know.
Yeah.
But like I just thought it looked cheesy and like the music behind that, it was just like, oh come
The
on.
music in this movie was off. I didn't really like the music. I mean, except for the music that he uses to calm himself down, because that was real.
Isn't I thought I was reading somewhere that the music in the movies like the music in the games they just like implemented to the
I would say yes, but they could have left the songs in certain scenes play out a little longer.
play out a little
They cut
longer.
it off too soon.
So the one part that I did like with the whole gaming thing was when he was trying to get away from the cops. I thought that was really well implemented. Like,
Yeah,
he's like, oh, turn right here or something.
Oh, I thought that was cheesy too.
Oh, I
I like
thought
that 'cause
that part. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. It just shows that like the way he thinks
He's
about
thinking,
everything.
yeah.
It's all part of the game as well.
yeah.
So that's why I like that part. Every other part, like when he's getting immersed when he's playing, I'm like, come on now, boy. Come on. What are we doing, bro? And the dad too. He's like, you gotta like start playing soccer or like do. I'm like, bro, like what? Like
that sucks, man.
But I mean,
I
I
get
want to
it.
say almost all dads are like that. I mean, obviously you got your dads out there that are gonna be supportive and everything.
yeah, no, you're right.
But we're Mexican, so we don't
I
get
look
that.
at my. No, do you think my dad was supportive of this?
That's what I'm saying.
I had to like convince my mom to convince him.
That's what I'm saying. So we relate a little bit
Yeah.
to that.
To that part,
little
yeah.
struggle.
Yeah, okay.
No, that's why I was saying like that sucks. His dad was just straight up putting him down.
Yeah. He was like, you're not gonna make any money from it.
Yeah.
Like, how are you gonna go from playing video games in your bedroom on a computer screen to an actual race car?
You guys think that video games translate to the real world? Like, let's say like this or any other video game to its skill.
It depends on the video game, but then again, they showed us that this certain type of video game does.
Yeah, because it's a simulator. Like you're pretty
Yeah.
much, you know, it's the same way
But
that
then again, you had to put in hundreds of hours. Like he
Yeah.
did.
He does,
This guy
1,000.
put in like
thousands.
thousands of hours into this game.
Like we put in like over 100 hours in Elden Ring, bro, and I bet you right now we could go out there and kill a monster. because like there's also like plane simulators. There's like lawnmower simulators. You know, have you seen those? Yeah.
Yes, I've seen those.
So like I don't know.
I feel
how
like the physics behind driving a car are way more intense than a video game.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're driving a car, you feel the car, like the weight of the car.
Yeah, you feel the weight, like when you're braking. And
You're
all that
braking,
shit.
you know exactly how hard to brake.
Then again,
No.
like on a simulator like that.
That's why I
you
feel like
are
this
gonna
is just unrealistic.
No,
Feel a
it's
little
not
bit.
because I'm not even with the simulator, bro. Like, you know, I learned how to drive in GTA. 100%. I don't care if you guys laugh or anything like that. The way that I parallel park, the way that I back out and like do things in real life, I learned in GTA by doing in GTA, you know, by like doing all those things. So now I feel like I'm a better driver because I have that, maybe like not feeling the weight of the car and all that, but I have how to turn and how to maneuver the car to do in real life. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I learned to drive was in
It
GTA.
makes sense. It's like watching like training videos.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that in a certain way, but you're the actual one. You're like
Yeah.
moving everything.
Yeah.
That's
But it's
what I'm
like
saying.
it's all like the visual of what could happen and what's happening.
And that's why I do feel like video games do help. Like maybe there's
No,
parents
I
out there
believe
that
that.
don't.
They also say like when you play video games,
Better motor skills?
better motor skills, and like you're putting your mind to a lot of like different things at once.
Probably.
Going into the question, how true is the story? Based on a true story, but it's not entirely true.
You know, I really thought it was though. I felt
It is, but in the movie, he's like one of the first participants
yes.
of the year of the program.
This is like season 5, no? Like he won. Like it was,
He won the third year.
so there's already been winners before him.
There's
right?
already been 2 winners before him. He was the third one, but he was the youngest one to win it. They
What?
only had 8 years. So the
That-
program's only been that was alive for 8 years.
But like
they-
it's not alive anymore, right?
No.
They also don't specify if the previous 2 actually got their like pro license.
They did.
Oh, they did?
I
Yeah.
think the first one did. He's from Spain. He's done a few
Mans.
races with
With Archie.
Young.
I mean,
Archie,
Young. Yeah, Archie, yeah.
Because it is, that is kind of a plot point in the middle of this movie where he did win the Gran Turismo contest, but to drive professionally, he still has to place
Yeah.
top 4.
Which
had
is
to
true.
place
He
top 4.
did. But the thing is, in real life, it was more over time because you had to do more stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, you
in
gotta
the movie
you gotta put in hours like everything else.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when you fly a plane, you gotta do like what 5.
No, but I felt like he had to do more races, no, and like do better in those races or something like that to get like his.
So
Yeah,
in the movie, the only thing he had to do was place top 4.
in
Yeah.
6 races. He
Which
almost had it the first
Yeah.
time, but that son of a bitch in the Lambo, gave him a little.
That's also I hated that villain. I just felt like their villains were really misplaced because you had the first villain in the Academy, and then you had the main villain in the Lambo.
Yeah.
And I was like, pick and choose, like it just felt disjointed to me. If he was sucking it up all Academy and just somehow gets great, I'm like, that's a little bad. He should be doing good all the way around.
I don't know if he was sucking it up.
He was sucking.
I mean, he practically got eliminated.
That's
And
Well-
he went.
well, it's because he did crash that car.
The only reason why he didn't was because he said
Someone
that there was
else did.
something wrong with the brakes, and
Yeah.
he was like, "There's no
Yeah,
way."
but the other person got kicked out.
Yeah, exactly. So the only way he got in is because somebody else got kicked out. No, I agree with Adolfo where like he was sucking it up the whole time,
I guess, yeah.
and then he makes it into the top.
And I get it for the movie, like you want to feel some sort of tense, like, oh, is he gonna make it? Is he not? But like,
Yeah.
I feel like that should be for later in the movie because like he should be shown as this great driver, so that way when he's actually doing it, then he's like, oh shit,
Well, then,
I'm
you know,
great,
he's
but
just
these guys are better,
Better,
But he shouldn't
yeah.
be struggling against these guys. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If he's actually that great, I do also get it that he's like it's a whole new environment,
Well,
but it's a
he's
new
not-
environment for everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're all still really young.
Yeah.
Kids.
How old is he? 20?
And no, when he won in real life, he was 19.
19.
So he's 18, 19 in the movie.
I think he was 19 in the movie because I was really surprised that they were drinking, but then I remembered the drinking age in Europe.
It's
He's
It's
18.
18.
Yeah.
So I think he's younger than 21 in the movie.
21.
I thought it was really funny, just to bring it up, that the dad takes him to work and he's like, oh, you're taking me to work because you're punishing me. He's like, no, I'm taking you because this is where you're going to work. Like for the rest
Well, yeah, he was showing him like if you don't
Yeah.
like stop playing video games and like find something actually worthy of doing,
Yeah.
like going to school,
That's
this
where
is
you're
where
gonna
you're
end
gonna end up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he got pissed, and I'm getting pissed too. I'm like, bro, I got somewhere to be. Like,
I think it's funny that he left at that point, and he told his friend he was gonna leave soon or get off soon. Like, at what point were you gonna like stick it out and just like what time was your time off? Like what time were you gonna get off?
He had that argument plan.
You think so?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to. Did he actually set the record in Le Mans
I don't think he. I don't think he's ever actually
in real life.
No, he did. He actually did place.
No. He raced, but I don't think he actually placed first.
He placed on the podium.
He placed on the podium, but I don't think he was actual first place.
No. Everything that happened in the movie actually happened. Like he actually did place in Le Mans.
Yeah.
Like in the podium, he placed. Oh, dude, the 24-hour thing. I never knew that was a real thing, but I'm like, dude, that's intense.
Yeah, bro. one of the racers is in real life was first year winner. Well, one of the drivers. I mean,
have you never watched Ford versus Ferrari?
No.
With Matt Damon and
no, I should have. I haven't.
I heard this one like amazing movie.
It's on Hulu.
I do want to watch Ferrari though. Starring Adam Driver, coming out in October.
Yeah. But anyways, real quick side note: Ford versus Ferrari is starring Christian Bale and Matt Damon. It's about Le Mans. That's the whole movie.
Part of the movie I did like, I guess that they put in the movie is his car crash.
Yeah,
it was an actual. It was actually real.
Yeah, she killed somebody, but it happened like 3 years later.
Yeah, at the most dangerous track in the world, apparently.
Yeah, Le Mans.
The Nürburgring.
No, Nürburgring.
In Germany?
Yeah, Germany.
Yeah, okay. It was in Germany.
The crash actually happened.
Yeah,
he did. He did go airborne and crash into some spectators.
Yeah,
and he did kill one person.
Dude, that's. Is it your fault? Like, how haunted would you be? Like, that's just.
You're always gonna be haunted when you kill somebody, even when it's, I guess, technically not your fault. He did have a lot of problems with the car, with I guess I want to say the downforce wind.
Yeah,
because
the aerodynamics of the car. Because Orlando Bloom
just took off.
Yeah, Orlando Bloom's character mentions it. He's like, once you go airborne on that little turn or that jump,
the little,
I guess the way the wind, he was explaining it, the way the wind catches your car, it just turns into a like a kite.
They called it it's just a freak accident.
Yeah, it is, and it sucks.
I kind of blame. I don't want to.
Like, I don't like to. I fucking blame.
I don't like to point fingers, but I guess if we were to place the blame on somebody, I guess his pit crew could have told him like, "Hey, be careful with this turn."
They could have said something like, "Hey,"
like gave him a warning, like, "Hey, a lot of accidents tend to happen around this part of the track, so just kind of keep an eye out."
That. And part of it, if they know that's like that could happen in that certain place, add more
barricades.
Barricades too.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like also, the people know that accidents happen there. Why would you want to
have a picnic? Like they're literally like having a picnic at the grass area. I'm like, what the hell, bro?
No, people like.
There's got to be more, like, just more warnings. But I mean, about the car, they could have designed it a little bit better. Add a little bit more downforce.
But for them, it's hard because they're doing all this to make the car really fast. Yeah. And at some point, you're like, I'm risking something to make the car go faster,
Yeah,
like you're making it as light as possible, but also like you're trying to keep it down on the ground, but like you can't, like, it's just
there's a lot of balance to it.
I understand the balance to it, and they're probably more on the riskier side to like, I really want a fast car, because they're pushing the limits, and that's because they want to win.
Which, like I said, I think the crew can just warn them. Like, even if they don't,
but even if
it's not their fault. It's not their fault, but it's still nice to give a warning.
A
heads up. That's all you need. Just a heads up.
Fun fact.
Go ahead.
Although he killed somebody on this track, he says the Nürburgring is his favorite track to race on.
Really?
Yeah.
The difference is that in the movie, it happens way earlier when he's just barely like starting out. In real life, like he was already like 3-4 years into his career.
Which is why we're talking like how true is
the movie,
the true story. Also, the girlfriend thing, I don't think that was true. I think they just threw it in the movie.
Yeah, that's why I hate it. You can tell. You can tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Hollywood,
that shit was just in there.
The producers were like, you know what this movie is missing?
A girl.
And I don't like how much screen time that took up.
Yes, bro. It was oh my god.
Like when he's in when they're in
Japan,
and they introduce him. And he signs his contract, and then we get a whole montage of them going to like restaurants and clubs.
And it could have just been him and David, bro. Like,
the club part was cool because they played Pepas. Or what was it called? The song?
Pepas.
Yeah, that was the only part I liked.
I mean, you like a lot of parts.
I was over there in the movie.
Like that just took up so much screen time. Like I don't need to see you walking around for 5 minutes.
I really didn't even see this movie. But I did. For y'all. I'm sorry.
Well, apparently all you guys liked it.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
People like that. I don't know how you guys didn't like it.
It's the second worst movie of the year for me.
Damn, like that?
Yeah, it's like
I haven't given a C- ever. I've only given away one D or F. I forgot what I gave 65.
We gave 65 an F. That was like unanimous. This movie ends with him getting a podium spot in Le Mans, right?
In Le Mans.
That was the whole goal.
Like-
That's what we're working for, baby.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't the whole goal. Well, that was the goal after he
After they were after the crash.
after the crash, because the board, I guess like the board of
Nissan.
was
Or
like
Nissan.
no, not the board of
Nissan.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, he says Nissan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
listen. The board of like the racing committee.
That's right. The board of the racing.
They don't
No,
wanna-
no. But also, no. They gave them.
No.
They said it wasn't their fault. You're allowed to race again. It was the board of Nissan that said they wanted to shut them down.
Yeah, they
Because
did.
of that. 'cause
That's exactly
They
what
were
I
gonna
was
get a
thinking.
lot of back.
They're
Yeah.
scared. So the last race for Le Mans, they were pretty much like, you have to do well because like they. And I'm like,
No,
bro.
No, he has the podium.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
they
pretty
said that themselves. They're like, we have to show them that we can actually
much. Okay, yeah, that's the
do
goal.
better than what we were doing.
But, like,
and
that's
by
also-
doing better, let's win the race.
That's a little fucked up. Like, you guys know the crash wasn't his fault, and you're like, you know what, bro? Like,
But
you're
it was
danger-
just all the backlash of having a non-experienced
Drivers.
actual like driver
Drivers.
crash.
You know, so I mean, obviously it wasn't his fault. He's already done, I guess, a couple races in the movie. You know, he can handle himself.
I know we said that parts of this movie may or may not be real life. Is David Harbour's character actually a ex-pro racer?
It's a mix of a lot of. So there's no actual David Harbour, whatever his character's name was, like in real life.
Yeah.
It's just a mix of different people, like the trainer, the head coach, his. It's just a mix of different people.
So that character.
So it was a lie. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all I needed to know.
David. That's why, like, the best part of the movie for me
Isn't even
is
based
a
on the
lie.
true story.
Yeah, it's a lie, bro. It's a lie. It wasn't real.
Okay, that's the one part I actually really wanted to know because
Yeah.
that was my favorite character.
David
Yeah, a
Harbour.
lot of people had questions about that. Yeah,
Because he did a great job.
It's just a mix of like people he
Yeah.
just come in contact with,
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
people that had to give him
Yeah, yeah.
advice
Yeah.
and all that.
So it's just a mix of people.
So this movie is based on a lie. Do you think if this movie does well enough in the box office, we're gonna get more of these based on the true story movies? Maybe
Like
not.
game movies, because we've seen a couple of these movies already this year.
Yeah, I guess game.
Come
movies.
come to
There's
the, like,
yeah,
to the big screen.
he's acting like based on a true story. Movies are like this
Like
phenomenon. Like no, they happen all the time. Even with especially with scary movies.
Yeah. Well, the only other one I can think of right now is Tetris
No, and Air
and Air. Yeah.
because that's off Tetris. Did you watch
I
Tetris?
guess it depends on
watch
how
Tetris.
interesting.
Did
the
you watch
story-
Tetris?
No, I need
Oh.
to now for the.
It depends on how interesting the story can be.
Keep
Well, I
talking.
guess the real question is: do you guys think that Gran Turismo is actually based on a true story?
True enough.
True
Yeah,
enough.
I say
enough.
true enough. I with all the facts, with everything that we know,
It's a Hollywood movie, but this was true enough.
I didn't feel lied to.
Well, I feel like to now that I know David Harbour's character is real. But...
No,
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching our review of Gran Turismo.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think of the movie. Do you agree with me or do you agree with these bums?
it's about time we agree.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Deuces.